Well, Ollie volunteered to do the Stampy voice, so do you mind doing the intro? The recording has started.
Let me think about that.
We are rolling, by the way, Ollie.
Hello,
This isn't very nice. of you to
this
use
is what's this channel called again?
The weekly
Professor
podcast.
Constantine. Oh.
Hello, this is the weekly podcast, and welcome to another podcast episode with
Lieber.
Yeah, no, not with
Lieber.
Hit the
with
target.
Lion. No, not with Lion Maker.
Hit the target.
Yeah,
No.
hit
Didn't
the target
Lieber get done for
allegations.
nonsense?
Yep, so did Lion Maker.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he did actually. I don't know if there are rumors. Me and Hipster tried to get to the bottom of that a while ago, but I think our findings were
Shit,
inconclusive.
I've just taken a photo.
Well done.
Yeah, no. Minecraft YouTubers, you can never trust them. Never ever.
That's why we don't record Minecraft on this channel.
No.
Well,
But anyway, well, you're watching the weekly podcast, and I think it would be apt for us to start with a recent events, news
this week on the
section.
internet.
This week, a series of tubes, that kind of thing.
TTT's gone, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
TTV.
TTT, Tony's Twitter.
Tony's
time.
Twitter.
Yeah. No, that's been axed.
Yeah.
His
The
private
producing
Twitter.
company didn't
he
like
privated
it.
his Twitter. He's getting a little boring anyway. But even if he's got some bangers, we can't see him.
I can't see him.
I
I don't know.
He removed us
No,
all because
when-
He's
I-
screaming into the void right now as we speak.
No, I was going to say that. When I tweet, I feel like I'm screaming into the void.
Yeah.
But when he tweets, now he actually is because he's private his Twitter.
Yeah.
Who's listening?
He. The thing is, you're not screaming into the void, but it feels like you are. But I feel like with him, he is actually screaming into the void, but he doesn't realise that. You know. That kind
we've
of
noticed he's not the
Yeah.
brightest of the bunch, didn't we?
thing.
Well,
Yeah, you know.
just because he's not the shiniest apple, there's no need,
Yeah.
no need for that.
He's the
Not the
rottenest.
sharpest tool in the shed.
Sure.
Looking kind of
Short.
dumb with his finger on
That's Rich. You insulting him, and you go short.
Yeah. What's the Pythagoras? Have you seen the Piers Morgan thing where he kind of does the same thing where he goes, "What's the Pythagorean theorem for the nearest
you know
number?"
what a favourite Piers Morgan clip? I really don't like Piers Morgan. But so he has like the smartest kid on, and he asks him, "Oh, what football team do you support?" And he goes, "Manchester City." And he goes, "Well, you're not that smart, are you?"
Oh, that's a good one.
And then
Clearly
the
not
female
smart.
co-host goes, "That's horrible, Piers. That's horrible."
He does have some good
He
one-liners.
really owned the libs there.
He does have some good
Well, like-
one-liners, but then he does
Yeah.
get repetitive
Yeah,
with what
he-
his one-liners
yeah,
are.
he
He's
can be
eating like
clever.
how many Big Macs in front of vegans? Like he's
Yeah, when he
The
had
first
like
time he
steak
did
in
it-
front of a vegan.
yeah. The first time he did it, it was sort of, oh, that's a bit edgy. Then he did it like a second time. And how many times has he actually done it?
Jeez.
He must have
That
done
would
it
be
like
like
3
so-
or 4 times.
I feel like he's very, very proud of that.
Yeah. Well, I don't. He's not a very good chap. He doesn't actually believe in it.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know what he actually stands for, because he'll have a
Yeah.
guest and he'll play, like he's really against them, and and then he'll have someone who's basically the same, and
No, he's done it twice.
Very nice to them.
Yeah, no, it's like that. It's I mean, it's smart. It's smart. It
It's
clearly
smart.
works.
He's
on
a
people.
businessman,
Like
and,
Roy
not very
yeah,
good.
no, but he squeezed every last penny out of the Israel war. The amount of things he just brings on Destiny to talk about, famous scholar on the war,
Yeah.
well, on the whole history. Sorry, yeah, just a bit of an agitator in my view, a provoker.
The agitator.
And who knew being an agitator would make so much money,
I mean, isn't that like a? I mean, I would say that there are a lot more agitators. I don't know, Hassan's somewhat an agitator. I don't think he really does anything. He hasn't done anything. I think. Well, awful year for Hassan, though.
Oh yeah.
Awful year.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, electrocuting his dog.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember
What?
when that video of that cat getting blended was really popular?
Whoa! I didn't actually see
I
that.
never
And you know what? I'm glad. I didn't see.
No, I didn't
I
see that
remember
either.
in.
Oh no, this was just a thing in my school. People were sending links of this cat getting blended by this Chinese guy.
Oh, fucking
I
hell.
It was
should be
alive.
I remember when my dad, not my dad, I was in like year 6, right? And pal of mine, like was just on about weird stuff he saw, and he just mentioned, yeah, I saw this guy, he had a hamster, and he just put it in his mouth, an alive hamster, and he just ate it, and you could hear the bones crush. And you know what? That leads me to a great gateway onto an actual topic. Don't you think that's a pretty sad reflection on society that kids, by the way, year 6, are just gonna be able to stumble on that? They think that's gonna have consequence.
I think it's going to go down there in the next couple of years. Because I feel like sort of our generation that's had access to all this internet, like really unfiltered, is going to clock on to realise how dodgy the internet is.
And do you think
like,
people are going to put their foot
I'm going to be... Yeah, because like my mum, she didn't grow up with the internet, so she doesn't know how it can be.
Yeah,
really, but
and we do.
And
no, that's a great point.
There's no way in hell I'm gonna let my kids use an unfiltered internet without parental guidance, because I know what dodgy stuff's on there. Like, you can find just the most horrific stuff so easily through like T searches, and I just think so. Like, our parents, they don't really understand because they were grown up and mature enough not to be idiots on the internet when they had access to it.
Yeah,
because it wasn't like you were given it as a kid.
Yeah, it was. I think there was like an overall assumption that it was just like the TV, right?
Yeah,
you know, that kind of perception on it where there's not much bad on it.
Yeah,
and
but there is.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I never thought of that. Yeah, no, we are, as well as like, some millennials are gonna be like, you know,
way more tech savvy sort of thing.
Yeah,
like,
we're the first really tech savvy generations, and I think we're gonna be the ones to put our foot down, so to speak.
Yeah,
no, that's a great point.
There's no way I'm gonna be letting my kid have an iPad. Unless it's like a dire situation and it's like the only thing, like say it's a flight, I might let them watch a couple films and like have an iPad, but I'm not gonna let my kid sit around
with an iPad when he's 5. Yeah, I was an iPad child.
If he wants to watch like TV, that's fine because it's a bit different than sitting there scrolling.
Yeah,
like, I'd give him like.
You see what happened to Mike TV though when he was always on TV. You know, see what happened.
Mike TV got sucked into the TV.
Yeah,
he got killed.
Yeah.
Well, we never saw him.
No, he didn't get killed. He was in the rubbish. Wasn't he?
Yeah, he never. Yeah. I think. Look, there's a thing, Ollie, and it's called death. I don't think you've been taught it.
What?
Hey, Ollie.
I think your naivety has been exposed by thinking that he's in the rubbish. No, there's death. It all goes black one day.
What? No, I'm forever. I've always been here.
Some people think there's an afterlife, so others don't. But one day, it will come.
I'm immune. I've always been here. I can't remember a time when I wasn't.
There's no proof that I'm gonna die because I haven't died yet. You
know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Just saying.
But
so I don't think I'm gonna. I think time lies.
But no, we've seen.
Who do you reckon's gonna snuff it first out this group?
I was free. Who's gonna die? Well, I've never smoked and I'll never drink. So
I've never died.
I fancy my chances.
Yeah, but that just means you're going to die of boredom because you're such a boring man.
Boring. Yeah, I got a reason to live. You know,
Yeah,
but it
so
is
do
a
I.
phenomenon that people do in a way die of boredom, because when people like a couple of years after they retire, let's say they're like 65, whatever, they've got nothing to do anymore. But you know, sit and watch TV and like it's probably some neuroscience to it. But if you got literally no reason, no meaning, you know, you don't even go to like a church or anything, you know, you are probably going to die.
Well, you know, we should do that.
No
we should
appetite.
raise the retirement age. We should raise
the thing is,
100.
the thing is, the Greeks or something, they put it down naively to like 55, and you just had a bunch of
55.
Yeah, no. About like 56-year-old doing nothing, and they were ripping off like the state, so they had to put it up. And I think this is this is one of the harsh facts that we are getting to live older, so the retirement age probably should get heightened. That sounds like I'm being a prick.
I think there should be senior jobs. I think there should be jobs for for seniors. You know.
What in particular?
You know how like 16-year-olds like work in shops. You should prioritize like older and younger people to do jobs which
of a certain
more able people can't, like, you know, like they'd be able to do because they're less able, or like they have less time in the day. You know, shops, like, you know, most cashiers are like 16-year-olds, but I think they should also prioritize like 70-year-olds, because as long as they're
like a couple hours, you know.
Yeah, as long as, even if it's a couple hours, then they're earning an income, and then they're not solely relying on the government, and it gives them something to do.
Yeah, they already have loads of money.
Yeah.
I think
it gets to a point where they just don't have to work, you know. Obviously, productivity is higher among people, among seniors, but like, you know, so a lot of them do have a lot of money, and they.
My granddad, he's got loads of money, but he says he's skint, but he's got loads of money because he doesn't spend any of it.
Yeah, loads of assets as well. So, like, just saying that.
Yeah, speaking about like work, I think Ollie might share this belief of mine. But anyway, I'll start with like a quasi story. But I was out in the city on Sunday. I took the bus home, and it was packed. Right, Sunday, and I thought, fucking hell, this wouldn't be like that 30 years ago, even, you know, let alone half a century ago, right? On Sunday, right, this is the day where traditionally a day of rest in Christian countries and everything, and I thought, well, this bus is packed, not a typically busy bus, and I thought, I really do think that we would benefit from a real, and not, I think enforced is a horrible word, but like a law which makes it difficult to be open on Sunday. I really think that, and there's more to it.
I mean,
I won't mind input before I add more, but
sorry. I would say, I mean, that used to be a thing. It was fought for, you know, the idea of like shop hours not being open as long, because it's better for workers, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's what I'll get to as well.
So yeah, no, I sure close everything on a Sunday.
Yeah, close as many things, because
I think you should keep main things open, like your local corner shop should shut, but you know,
like what?
I think like massive. I think like
kind of goes against the spirit.
That kind of like not the point.
It should shut. Like your local corner shop should shut. Everything should shut on a Sunday, but like important things, like, you know, like keep one supermarket in the town open. No, like keep one supermarket in the town open. Because the worst thing to do is you run out of milk and you can't go out. How do you pick
which one? You'd be playing favourites, wouldn't you? What do you think about?
Well, get a permit.
Also, I've fallen victim to this before, but like, I don't know. I'd blame myself if I know the shops are going to close on Sunday and I don't buy milk on Saturday. You know, seems like my fault.
Yeah, no. What the anecdote I was going to use is, so we're talking ancient times, and the Romans thought of the Jews as quite lazy people. Their reasoning being, they had the Sabbath, right? In this case, on Saturday, and they thought of them lazy for a day of rest. Well, us Romans, we work, every day, and well, that proved unsustainable. They overworked themselves. They became lazy, and what happens? The sack of Rome, and who's still around, doing the whole Sabbath thing, is the Jews, and obviously the kind of, if you want to call Christians kind of spiritual successors, I mean, they do the Sabbath thing, have done right, Sunday rest, and but no, it's just a genuinely good thing. It's not just from it's not just the economical angle, but let's think socially as well, because you have a day where no parents are in a rush for anything. They're not going out to the shops, and what you're going to have is a day perfectly planted for family, right? And that would genuinely save a lot of marriages. Just one day, just with the two, or with the children as well. That is, in my view, pretty objectively a great thing.
Good.
Which would
could get a lot done. If you read as well.
Yeah, as well.
A lot of people. I love Jews too.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing I admire quite a lot, actually, because very, very low divorce rate. And I'm thinking like Orthodox Jews here, but low divorce rate. Big imperative in the culture to study and everything communally as well, which only bolsters it. So they have like a encouragement of intellectualism and family life, which in the West doesn't really intersect as much, because our intellectual institutions really have actually gone against the idea of family. There's like a big there was a massive kind of lecture in Oxford in 1968, which kind of ripples on, where this anthropologist spoke about how the most evil thing ever was the kind of nuclear family and everything, and that's not true. I think it's a damn good thing, marriage, partnership is where civilization began, by being able to create a household with your values, and obviously you'd be next to neighbours and who would likely share your values as well, and boom, you have a nation, and that eventually develops into a state, everything.
Have more children as well. Saying these Orthodox people,
yeah,
have a lot of children. Yeah, I don't know. I tweeted. There's only one country that doesn't have this whole
in the West,
a demographic. In the West, and it has a whole demographic crisis, going on. Maybe we should do something what they're doing.
Yeah, no, seriously though, I think the whole kind of Orthodox Jewish family is done healthily, without superstition, everything is in my opinion like the most impressive thing in terms of families. I really they're the whole model really fascinates me, to be honest.
Yeah. Family seems somewhat universal everywhere. Just saying.
But I think, and I think part of it is just the whole. There's a structure to it as well, because they're constantly reminded of stories of their ancestors, right? If you believe them or not, the Bible, literally that, and the shared suffrage as well. That creates bonds, and that creates memories. And memories really ingrained make you want to continue. And what memories does Britain have anymore? Nobody knows the stories anymore. You know what I mean?
Folk tales, they were cool.
Yeah, folk tales. But the only one which lives on is St. George and the Dragon, that kind of thing. Yeah.
But no, I mean, even that has been.
Yeah, even that's probably not being taught anymore.
It's taught differently to how. Well, not differently. Like the whole myth is taken away from.
Yeah. Oh, there's proper not exaggeration, but there's proper emphasis on it being a myth. That's not really the point. The point is the anecdote which comes with the myth. The moral, if you will. And again, I think I kind of borrow this from Rory Stewart. Not Rory Stewart, Rory Sutherland, who we all know.
I was about to say Rory Sutherland. I love.
But I'm kind of borrowing this off of Rory Sutherland, but he says things in general are run off magic, not logic, right? Obviously, logic matters, but a society is run off magic, the feeling of something in the air, not being explained. Well, this is this way because of this and that, right? It takes away from the feeling of gratitude in the air, right? And we're sacrificing magic for plain logic, which isn't inspiring. It doesn't inspire.
That sounds. That sounds really like a Rory Sutherland. I can just imagine him, because that's like his entire job, isn't it? He just goes, "Hey, this is lovely. This is what you think would happen." Yeah, but this is what actually happens.
Yeah, that's his entire gimmick, if you will. Is Rory Stewart tells something very counterintuitive, right? Well, everybody thinks this way, but actually we should do it this way. And the thing is, you think he'd be full of it, but he's quite an honest bloke.
I love Rory Sutherland.
Yeah, no, we all love him over here. You introduced him to me, at least.
Yeah, I know, because he kept coming up on my TikTok for you page, and I thought he was one of the funniest guys I know.
He's just a top bloke, isn't he?
All his points are really valid, but the way he executed them was just so funny. I can't get over that sushi.
We'll do this. I showed that to you.
Add the sushi bit in the podcast.
No, he was like this. Yeah, I'll put it in, but he was like this. He was like,
I have to admit, I'm not sure about sushi. Now, I eat sushi. I quite enjoy it. Is it intrinsically all that good? By which I mean, if sushi didn't exist and you were told that there was a Somalian tribe or a tribe up the Amazon who are reduced to eating bits of raw fish wrapped in rice, your natural reaction would be, poor things, I hope that never happens to me, right? With a leaf around it. Would people really like it? I have no idea. To what extent are we actually eating what we eat? And to what extent are we kind of consuming stories?
My mate's got a business in Kennington, and his dad basically brought sushi to the UK as a fishing, but it was a genius business idea, because you don't pay VAT on raw fish, right? It is essentially the actual amount of fish per roll is bugger all. It's wrapped in rice, which costs bugger all. The fact it's in a thing that looks artistic, and there's a premium story behind it.
And it comes from a highly advanced country which we perceive to be rich.
Yeah, there's something about the Japanese, right, that we all admire. I don't know what it is. A magical feeling, if you will. But think of sushi, right? Japanese food. It's rolled up fish or whatever, in a leaf. Think if some random tribe in Somalia did that. You think, poor buggers, wouldn't you? You would in some African tribe did that.
I'm not eating that. But say it's Japanese, and everyone loves it. Wow,
thing
quite
it's
ingenious,
Japanese, gee.
But that's that whole white culture that for some, every white guy likes Japan, and I'll admit I'm a bit in the stereotype. I think Japanese women are quite attractive.
Why? Why do you think?
We're not going into why. It's my girlfriend's Japanese. But it's just I don't know why it is. It's just something that's happened in our culture. I'm not a big fan of sushi. I'm going to be honest. I think it's a bit ranty.
It doesn't look very nice to me either.
You can get mercury poisoning from eating too much of it.
I've had a few times. I don't actually. I first had sushi while in Greece, so maybe I don't know that.
God, did you get food poisoning?
Yeah. No. It was actually really nice.
Yeah.
I've been to Corfu
It's actually really,
once,
really nice.
The
like
thing,
a Greek island, and the first 5 minutes, I saw a guy get hit off a bicycle. Like,
Oh.
not a
Oh,
bicycle,
wow.
a motorbike. And then all the other cars just honked in unison at him. It was so
Unforgiving.
good.
No, but no, the
Interesting.
deeper truth though about the Japan thing is like we do generally judge things off appearance,
Yeah.
and like, you know, how they feel aesthetically rather than like rationally, if you will.
Yeah, and I think it's also because, like, Japan tends to sort of, like, alter, like, it's like literally the opposite to the West.
Yeah.
But it's wealthy, so people don't think of it as, like, some
It's like
disgusting place.
the other world,
Like-
isn't it? You know.
Yeah, like places like you can go to China, but it's all communism and run by a dictatorship.
But
So
they're-
people
but
like
they-
Chinese.
yeah, but they're
things.
limited government,
Yeah,
as opposed to
and
China.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
like
accessible.
China. It's like people like the stuff from there, but it's not as widespread because we have that negative stigma of it's a communist like dictatorship, you know, and but Japan, it's like it's a democracy, but it's the complete opposite to us in the West. So it's like this seen as the sort of interesting sort of gimmick in a way.
Yeah,
Japan and Britain really seemed quite similar.
both islands.
Like, you know, both
isolated.
island nations with a isolated island nation, but not too far away from,
from
you
land.
know, stealing civilization from China in their case and France in our case.
Mhm.
And then, you know, both had like rigid hierarchies and their own warriors and what else. It seems really similar. So I don't know. That might be a part of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. So it
It's
feels like
it's
it
mad
mimics.
though. Like in the last 80 years, we went from sort of hating the Japanese and stuff.
We liked them before that. World
I
War
know
One.
we like
they helped
them,
us.
but yeah.
Mm.
But then they sort of turned a bit dodgy, and then
Yeah, no, they did.
we went back
Did-
to liking them.
Yeah.
Have you heard,
That's
guys, though, that it's a Chinese winter this year? It's
What's-
the collapse of the American humiliation and the rise of the Chinese victory. That's what
I
I've been
think I
hearing.
heard things are staling over in China though as well.
That's what I've been hearing, though. That it's a Chinese winter. It's all coming up
What does that
China
mean?
this winter.
Is it?
Don't have a bloody clue.
You know, they've been saying these Chinese they're gonna be better than America. Like, as long as I can remember, to be honest with you. I mean, it seems they're saying it every year. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, really. I think, you know, like they've always
spook.
had. Yeah, it's a spook. They've always had a massive economy. You know, even 500 years ago, they had a massive economy, but that's just because they have a lot of people. That particularly. You know, we obviously you knew about China. I mean, the Romans knew about the Chinese. But like,
touched them, though, 'cause the Chinese winter.
but like, the West was still the Romans' world.
Yeah. And then we did the silk trade.
Our world. Yeah. No.
And we really
But
capitalized.
my point
and
is-
then we sold Hong Kong opium.
Yeah.
That was a good
All
troll.
for
And we
tea.
won. Yeah.
We got them all addicted to drugs so we can have tea.
Yeah. Americans wouldn't stand for that though. Just saying.
What?
They blow up. Yeah, no, they just blow up random boats that have drugs on. So,
Yeah.
which, you know, maybe the Chinese should have done that. They would have won instead
Yeah.
of pansying up with emperors or nah, I don't know what they're fucking doing.
I love how we had so many things to discuss on the news this week, like news, and we managed to like discuss like 3 things.
I know, right? We're just shitting out ideas, but now we might not.
Yeah.
Now that you just broke the fourth wall, if you like. I don't know. We
Yeah.
didn't really break the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Speaking of
geez.
breaking the fourth wall,
Oh,
hey guys,
sorry.
I
Right,
know you're
shall I
listening.
Yeah, yeah. How are you? How's your sleep?
Wake up! Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's so mean. Anyway, yeah, no. Well, I mean, if you've done that, I might as well go. Hello, Seth. Hello, Nora. Glad you're listening right now.
Loyal
Someone is.
viewers.
It feels like screaming into the void right now.
I was going to do something straight.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, no, don't do that, please.
Whatever you do,
Anyway.
don't do it.
Getting back onto topic, in the news section, yeah, no, you're not doing it.
In the news.
This week on the internet, we had a ban. Yeah, we are. Yeah. We had a ban on water, being able to drink water in Tunbridge Wells, for a few more days. And they weren't allowed to use water 5 days, which is that's quite poor.
The ban's till next Sunday.
LP, if you were in Tunbridge Wells, would you drink water?
Oh yeah, I'd be fine because I'd probably live on the side of Tunbridge Wells that isn't connected to the water pump that they're connected to.
Why don't they just remove the handle?
But I probably would anyway because from what I've heard through external sources that live in Tunbridge Wells, they know someone that works in. They know someone that knows someone that works in the water companies. So, and the person that works in the water company is still drinking the water because it's just their limit. The government limit is so low that even if it was safe, it's still deemed as unsafe just in case.
That's not a bad thing, is it? I won't drink water.
No. But I've heard from someone that's heard from someone that it's okay to drink.
This seems like a fourth sort, like a.
Oh yes,
it's not even a second-hand source. It's like a fourth-hand source. Yeah, it's like.
Well, I trust who I heard it from very well.
Do you? What, your guy on the ground in Tunbridge Wells?
Yeah, my guy under the ground that knows a guy
under the ground. Under the ground. Yeah.
So,
is he a mole by any chance?
The underminer.
Well, the person from the water company is technically a mole, but
What? We have a mole working for
a mole? Wait,
I wonder why the pipes went wrong.
It's come to my attention, gentlemen. We have a mole in this company.
Too bad about that mole guy, am I right?
But yeah, no. If
I have no thoughts on the one.
If I lived in Tunbridge Wells, I'd be really annoyed.
I got no points.
Yeah, I've got no points.
But what I am annoyed about is how Metro Bank now doesn't no, not now. Now how my friend's Metro Bank doesn't open on a Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, when the only times you can really go to the bank. So when you try and deposit money and the bank's shut, you have a real big sticky situation.
Banks, working at a bank must be the easiest job in the world because they close at like 3. You know my bank. Sometimes I want to go there to deposit money, and they close at like 3 and open at 9. It's like, that's what are they doing? They get open for another hour at least, so it would align with normal work schedule. But yeah, no. Tisk. Well, I mean, why does your friend want to go to the bank anyway? It's come to my attention recently that you can do that with the post office. You can go in there and get deposit money in there. Something I didn't know you could do.
Pardon, sorry.
Oh wow!
For a moment, no. What about my friend?
You can deposit money in a post office. I didn't know this until recently.
Can you?
You can go into a post office and deposit money onto your card instead of going into the bank.
I don't know if my bank would do that because my bank originates in America, so it's like
Metro Bank seems very very movie like. It doesn't seem real. It seems like something you'd see in a movie, like Metro City or something. Like from Megamind. It doesn't seem real.
Yeah, no.
Or is it Metro Sun?
Yeah, no. My friend didn't know that. So I'll make sure to tell him.
Yeah, please do. Give him. I don't like your friend anyway. So sorry. Also in the news this week, we had a party conference that
yeah, it's some strange
your
characters.
My party.
Not my party.
Our
not
party.
Your party. Well, just some odd characters there. I don't really have much to say other than that it was quite a diverse clique of people. You had people blue long hair to people who I think had a speech at the local mosque. It was quite
Yeah.
it was a diverse clique. I wonder what they had in common.
There was one person, one comment I saw, and it said something like, "You shouldn't be allowed to film these people. It feels like a crime to just let these people speak."
I don't know. It's such a cultural decline, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Again, I'm always romanticising the past just because I don't know, just because I don't really like the present very much. But like, what have we done wrong? I mean, we used to comb our hair and things, but we put any fucking colour in it. We used to actually look like the part.
People wore suits back then. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, we should do it now.
Yeah, no. At least
Presentation
jeans.
is a good
At
thing.
least a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, jeans and a tee. Come on, that's fundamental.
Oh, jeez. Imagine being like the president of like a union, also like an Oxford union, and like showing up in like a poor attire
with your rasta hairdo and
yeah. That wouldn't be very good now, would it?
No.
Speaking of which, that guy was on another. I think he was an LBC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Talking about Mr. Charles Kirk. Still.
Fucking hell.
Why is everyone getting Kirkified now?
That's the thing.
Have you seen
That's
this?
the thing. Yep.
Yeah. It's quite. I don't know. Did he really? Right? Did he really have a trans mistress or whatever?
I
Is
doubt it.
that like an inside joke? Like I heard this said.
Really?
There's no way he did.
I cannot believe he has a trans mistress.
There's another one said that his wife got an abortion. So
Yeah,
like
I think people are just talking crap.
yeah, no. I mean, it's really easy to make up something up. So
Yeah,
Probably
especially
not.
when they're dead because they can't refute it.
Yeah.
I think when I'm dead, what I want you guys to do when I'm dead is I'm going to give you a Twitter account, and I want you to post whatever you want because you can't cancel a dead guy. So go nuts.
Wait, may I make
you can
it?
definitely cancel a dead
You
guy.
earlier
Sorry.
just asked who's going to die first, and you just said if I die or when I die.
Yeah.
So
Right. Okay. Right.
The business we call that foreshadowing.
If I die first, oh shut up, man. Actually, let's.
that's not going to look good when it's shrunk down to a CD.
No. If I
What's
die
CD?
before, if I die
you from the
before
future?
you, if I die before you, I want you to talk on topical. I want you to post on topical things, but have the most controversial opinion ever.
Way? In what way?
Like, just what, like like say it's like a gay rights thing, like
Yep.
it's like pink news or
What
whatever.
about
that
this? Like,
gay news. You just start retweeting them and going, "Oh, look at these lot of." Well, I'm not actually going to give you an example because I have to be dead.
No. I need an example. So
I'll give you an example when we're not
no,
recording.
I know what I could do for it. So you go. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
So all right,
These people.
These people. That's just good. Gives us good entry actually. I don't want them in our country. I know this doesn't sound politically correct, but I don't want them in the country. Billions. They've been ripping off that state.
Billions.
I don't want them in this country. Their country sucks. Their country stinks.
Money.
There's a reason their
I don't
country's
want
like
them.
that.
Wait, you can't, you're not doing the voice properly. And I know I'm not either, but at least I'm trying. You're just sounding like RFK. You need
Speaking of the dogs and the cats, they're a complete travel ban on Haiti now, so there won't be any dogs or cats being eaten in America, at least in what is it, Springfield?
Springfield. God, what's happening in Homer's home?
Yeah, or whatever. So that's a plus unless you're wanting to travel to Haiti, which I hope you're not. or traveling from Haiti to America.
What do you guys think about Trump's words on the Somali community of America?
I mean, it's definitely a bit racist, but but the thing is, you're not gonna want every country immigrating. You're gonna have your pick, you know.
It's true.
Of people
true.
over. I think how he worded it is very, very wrong.
You could say it's suggestive.
But
that makes it sound like he was like sexual. You know?
Yeah. You're gonna marry his brother. Wait, no.
Marry his brother.
Yeah, that's what Ilhan Omar did, isn't it?
Yuck.
Yeah. Her brother.
The fact that she just married someone, I mean, poor.
Jeez, yeah, no, right.
But no, I get LP's point. You know, it's just I don't want him in our country. You know, I don't know. It's just I think there are certain countries which are you're naturally not gonna want. You know, like especially in large quantities. Where there's
all go into the same place as well.
Yeah, exactly. So you have a large amount of people, they all go to the same place. There's no reason for them to adopt any cultural practices in America, so they're just essentially going to remain Somali in this case, which, let's be honest, it's not doing them any favours at the minute. And you know, things are just going to get worse if for everyone involved, even themselves.
The reactions to this have been really interesting because you have the same thing that like Conan O'Brien did when it was coming to Haiti and going,
that was so silly.
No, actually Somalia is great, you know.
Yeah, no,
Conan O'Brien, great place.
Haiti's already great, Trump. Bro, you're just lying.
Yeah.
Again, there's no virtue in lying here, you know. It's really embarrassing to like just pretend that these terrible countries, which I genuinely hope they improve. I think we should do. There are things that we can actually do, which doesn't really involve aid, which we can actually help these countries by. But people are just going to fib and romanticize these third world nations, and it's terrible. It's a terrible thing for everyone involved. Again.
Yeah. No. It was specifically this one clip of some random resort in Somalia or whatever, and like, oh my god, look how great this country is. And it's like, you're right in saying that. Yeah, you're right in saying that this doesn't help anyone.
It was, funnily enough, Andrew Tate who did a lovely like description of like hotels in quite rundown countries. This was Jamaica in his case, but it was the Golden Prison. You know, it's lovely, right? Lovely hotel, depending on, you know, let's say we're talking 4 to 5 star here. But they want to keep you in. Because if you go out, you don't know what's going to happen, right? You know, you know, it's a good thing that you're in this prison in a way. But yeah.
In Egypt.
Yeah, you know, serious. We can't judging a country of hotels. I mean, you made the tweet actually. Like it's crazy the amount of people who just don't have a clue. It's really concerning, you know.
Yeah, you can just lie and say that Haiti's a nice place.
You can just say things, you know.
Yeah, you can just do things and say things. That's I want to put a stop to.
Yeah. The thing is, like, the thing is about freedom of speech, right? Or just freedom in general is we ought to value our freedom very highly, but freedom is essentially worthless when there is no truth there, you know. And again, I have problems with so quote unquote truth tellers, truth seekers, because most of the time they just have their own truth and they want to put that everywhere. But what I mean is freedom without truth, which I personally think we don't really have. You know, freedom blinded with truth right now is it's terrible, because what you have is just a bunch of people just saying extremely falsifiable things, or very black and white things, good and evil, and it's just made us more stupid, bullish, and at each other's throats. You know, there's no grey to anything anymore, and again, the lack of dialogue. There needs to be if it's not truth, right? If you want to make the bold claim that there is no truth, which certain philosophical schools like the postmodernists do, let's say there is no truth. Well, let's think instrumentally at least. There needs to be something which we can all get behind, you know?
Yeah.
For pure instrumental reasons, for order and... But there's no thing. There was this Indian poet who won a Nobel Prize, but he was making an analogy on freedom, and this was years ago, and he said freedom is like a mandolin or something, just a stringed instrument. It's like, well, look, you got a loose string, right, that can make no music whatsoever, but attach that to, let's say, the guitar, boom, you can make music. Freedom needs to be attached to something of a higher purpose, for a society to really run. Yeah. Freedom, it's a great thing, but it needs more. It's not just this sole abstract idea which we can worship. There needs to be more to it. It's one of my strongest beliefs, actually.
It's even freedom requires sacrifice and order. I think someone once said.
Yeah, I think Jesus actually said, "The truth shall set you free." He said that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite. He said some cool stuff. That Jesus guy.
Cool.
Thinking of a cool Bible verse I like. It's
I don't trust Bible verses.
Why? Why not?
Because of that Alex O'Brien thing.
Alex O'Brien.
Not Alex. What's his
O'Connor.
name? Yeah, you know who I'm on about.
Yeah.
The smart philosophical guy. This thing came up today, and it comes up quite every couple months. It resurfaces on my Instagram read. Fuck off! I can't speak. But he basically says remember what I said 20 seconds ago. You can't remember what I said. So how are people meant to remember what Jesus said decades apart? Who was
okay, I see.
Who was an Aramaic speaking man. He was quoting Hebrew text, and they were Greek writers.
Sure, that's fine. But all right, the content of the words is what matters.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter who said it or when they said it. It's what they said.
Yeah, it's about.
Yeah, but that's the fact. It's how can you remember what he said?
Also, that doesn't really matter in this context.
Also, there's also a serious underestimation about how strong oral knowledge was back in the day. So, as in oral knowledge, as in by the mouth, as in the Greeks had a massive oral. I know this is not the Middle East, but very, very close, and there was a similar thing there anyway. But the Greeks memorized massive epic poems with ease, right? Orally, it wasn't written down. I think he's underestimating oral tradition. Also, I think that the whole ancient Israel, or if you want to call it Palestine, I don't really care. At the time, that also had a strong oral tradition in general. I mean, that's what the Talmud is, oral law, as they call it. So it's again, and as Ollie says, it's about what Jesus said. It wasn't exactly that opaque and vague. What Jesus said, it was quite straightforward, and look, you can sling it into a narrative, right? It's I don't know. Well, I do know. Well, I know enough. To it's like I don't know.
It's true that sure, if you see a random Bible, just give it context.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. But just saying, I don't care really who said it, as long it's about the context, content of it, and if it's good, and then I think the case which we had earlier. It seems pretty good no matter who says it.
Yeah, some of them can be applied to anything, or the best of them, if you will.
Yeah, once they get remembered the most.
Yeah, I like this one. Like string of two. Enter through the narrow gate, for the wide gate and the broad. For is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction. The more open the lifestyle, the more prone these people are to leading a more destructive life. As in, I'm open to all kinds of drugs. Yeah, but that'll eventually catch up to you. And also, in the same chapter, this is Matthew 7, is you shall judge them by their fruits, or you shall know them by their fruits. Know them by their actions, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's how you judge. That's how you judge someone. Burke said, the only language that doesn't lie is conduct. And I think that's a very, very true thing. People are who they are through their actions, and it's a good thing that you can change them.
Or the point about oral history is good as well. There's a lot of stories that can tell you geological events.
Yeah, a lot of fairy tales
tribes
go way back, like Jack and the Beanstalk. That goes back years, I think, like thousands. I think, like Babylon.
There's a theory that Cambrian Chronicles actually spoke about, that some Welsh fairy, Welsh tales are actually, they can go far back as well. Before Doggerland and
Doggerland,
all that
what a time.
We're still,
I miss it.
yeah, we're still there. I do. Actually, I don't. I'm quite glad we're an island. But there's the stories that the Irish weren't as wide as it wasn't like it is now, and they think that's as far back that goes really far back to when the Irish Sea actually wasn't as far as it was now, when the Isle of Man was still connected to Britain and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's and the fact that we have tales from thousands of years ago that are still spoken, and these aren't major like the Bible. These are random folk tales. Well, in this case, Welsh folk tales. Which wasn't exactly the biggest language as well, that hadn't been translated. So that's I just wanted to tell that cool.
Yeah, no, oral stories before. Yeah, there's a Chinese proverb or something like the faintest ink is stronger than the strongest memory, and but before we could write stuff down on a large scale, we did actually have to strengthen our memory. When you rely on things less, that's when you can strengthen things just by themselves. Like before sat-navs, we would have been naturally we would have been more intuitive on the road. Not saying that we didn't need sat-navs ever, not saying that, but we would have had more of a knack for it because we didn't have to rely on things. You're going to be better at something. You're going to be better at, I don't know. God, I don't know. There's an example, but you're going to be better at something if you don't have to rely on something.
I watched this video from this teacher today, and she was saying how she's been teaching since the 90s, and then in the last 10 years, students have become way less intelligent since they've had Chromebooks.
Really? Wow. I mean, I believe that.
That's true. Average as well.
Average words, that. She thought, well, not average, but higher intelligence words that she thought are high, a high level class would know. Half of them didn't know, and they were asking what more basic words meant. When 15 years ago, that really shocked her. That would have really shocked her, but now it's become the norm.
we've seen this with the rise of touch screens as well. Actually, the amount of people that like the amount of children that don't know how to type is kind of scary.
What, on a keyboard?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not the quickest typer.
You have to be the quickest. I hope you know how to use a keyboard, like to touch type, without looking down.
Yeah.
But like, no, and the people just think that all children are really good at typing when they're just not. They're not. You kind of need that still, that's like a really recent thing that you've only seen like the past few years.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you were bad at typing. Oh.
You don't know how good you've got it until you don't.
Yeah.
Interesting. Does anyone want to move on? We didn't actually really talk about the Above Party conference.
There wasn't really much to say.
Fine.
Just a cast of misfits, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nationalise everything.
Now, LP, seems though you kind of requested the segment first before. Do you have a personal anecdote?
Not really. I just thought it would just be quite an interesting thing to start discussing.
Do you have like a general truth that you'd like to preach?
A general truth?
Something which you think is quite true. Like a wise saying, if you will. Like maybe I could think of one. I'm gonna go.
Ignorance is optimism.
I agree. No, I agree.
And it is a proven psychological thing. But I've noticed this with my exams. The exams I thought I did better on, I've worked out I've sort of done worse on through like other people's answers. Like, you know, and this is just the thing. The less you know, the more you think you know, because you don't realise there's more you can know.
This is Socrates speaking of. He actually did say that. That's why. That's not being me being.
I didn't even know that was a Socrates quote. It's just, I watched it in a Vertassium video. But it's like a thing, like the less you know, the more you think you know. Mm-hmm. Because intelligence, if you're intelligent, you realise like that there's always more to know. And also if you think like something's not going to happen, it's probably going to happen, or it can happen. Like I've been doing mock papers before my mocks the night before. And I thought, I'm just not going to bother doing my English because it'll be fine. And then it turns out that I had the identical mock paper. Oh, wow. So if I would have done my mock at home, I could have done the paper, and it would have made my life a lot easier.
I got a general truth. I just looked on something I wrote. A fish is only as big as his tank. If our environments do not breed greatness, what do we become but ingrates? Well, you know what I mean. You're only as big as where you surround yourself. You know, you don't surround yourself with the best people, or the place you just live in general isn't the best anyway. You're never going to ascend to anything, and I think this is a big problem actually when I think about it. Is people do things for thanks for watching the thing whilst I was speaking.
Sorry, I didn't know if you could hear that.
But people do things. Big reason because others do things, right? That's a massive reason, and we aren't, as a society, conditioned to what I'd call virtuous behaviour. You know, high standards of moral conduct, or just high standards in general. Right? I think that's something lost. And I was reading a thing from Tolstoy, Confessions, and there's the big quote in it is, "Where there is life, there is faith. Where there is faith, there is life." And the big truth to that is basically my quote, almost paraphrased, is, you know, God, I always sound like I'm rambling when I'm going it, but like, if an environment naturally isn't isn't disposed, isn't in its disposition to breed a certain behaviour, it won't. And he goes over an event from a person he knew, and who became an atheist, and he became an atheist purely because, so he kneeled down to pray, right? And the person he was with said, well, why are you kneeling down? We don't do that anymore. And that is, if you caught it, a massive reason why there is no virtuous mark on society anymore, is because we don't do that anymore. Because our closest associates don't engage in it, neither would we, right? There's no example being set, right? That's where it comes from. Where there is faith, there is life. Where there is life, there is faith, right? There needs to be an equilibrium. Everyone needs to pull their weight, set an example.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of a lot of cases where, it seems so very social, you know. Like many cases where other people are doing something. So, and this is, trends in general. Where, I want to do something because other people are doing them, or I want to act this way because other people are acting this way. Even if it isn't what's good, Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, exactly. The current thing is what everyone's doing, and it's just a shame these things aren't necessarily bad in themselves, but it's that there are much greater things which could be the current thing, if you like. And if there's just like, obviously we don't help. We swear, but it would probably be better if we didn't, But other people swear, so we're like, well, nothing's gonna change if we don't swear. And again, another Tolstoy quote comes in, which I know Ollie likes a lot. Is everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. It starts with the individual, It starts with us, but we feel small, rightfully so in a way. So we don't.
Yeah. That's a good quote, by the way. A really good quote.
Very good quote.
Interesting. That's a environment. Everything's brought into that environment. I've just myself, right? Environment, other things. Good.
No, environment is essential to everything.
Yeah. I was looking back at some stuff I wrote, and the only one that screamed to me was one I said quite a while ago, and it would be, apparently I did this at a very strange time. I did it at 13 a.m. But it would be, will the people of tomorrow, this is very simple, will the people of tomorrow be proud of what there is today? Because looking back, I'm very proud. I did. I say it different. Will the people of tomorrow be proud of the Britain we built today? It goes for anywhere and anything, to be honest with you.
Of course.
It goes for your house, it goes for the world, it's for anything.
Yeah.
And, it's quite simple, but looking back, I'm quite proud of what other people have done to afford me my life. So, wanting to do that should be, wanting to do the same for the people of tomorrow should be a core.
Yeah, it's a
core aspect of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As Burke kind of posited, we're in a constant continuation or covenant contract between past, present, and future, right? That all needs to be interlinked in our vision for a nation, and we ought to make it as you kind of hinting at, as I don't know if pleasurable is the right word, but it would work. Pleasurable for the people of the future, our children, their children. And this idea creates kind of a selflessness in society as well. We understand that, yes, we do need to sacrifice part of our personal gratification so that our children's children will be able to live better, It creates a friendliness, a social aspect is encouraged. And again, you know, it's a great.
I don't think it's being fulfilled as much as it should be. Well, it hasn't been.
It's not. There's no constant reminder of that in our mind.
Yeah.
And again, I think we can all add. LP, you're getting into the whole architecture thing.
I'm so into it at the minute. I was looking at books.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
He just snuffed it.
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah.
No. But no. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear.
All right. Cool. But no, we all love our architecture here. LP, I think you're the most into it actually. I think
I'm not into the new stuff. I'm more
exactly.
Edwardian.
Yeah, no, we like the old stuff, and me and Ollie, I know, especially like it for the reason why it emanates greatness. It bestows onto a society, you know, that there's something larger than oneself. It's and that's what we're not getting of the whole modernist architecture. There's no, when I look at, you know, I don't know, let's say just brutalism, it doesn't make me feel anything proud, you know.
I like older architecture because you know effort's gone into the work. Like, you know, when you see those like sort of like, you know, nice
but this is what I mean,
on like or white architecture in a nice building, you know, effort's gone into that.
You know, there's been purpose in each and every etch. You know,
it's been put there to look nice because they want the area to look good.
But
when
also,
you look at 60s homes,
but also because of belief as well.
Yeah, like you look at 60s, like, you know, and 70s built homes, they're just brick blocks because they just popped them up because the population started to boom, and it was a post-war economy, and they needed new housing. Yeah. So there was no actual thought or effort that went into them.
Yeah.
Where if you look at when
all about
effort
efficiency.
went into houses,
about efficiency.
If you look at when effort went into houses, you only have to look 50 years before, and you find these like really lovely homes, like, and then they're sort of on the like rise again now. Like houses are starting to look a bit nicer. I'm quite a big fan of new builds, but not like the white new builds. You know, like the just white interior, white outside. But like, you know, those sort of brown bricks and nice sort of like wooden work on like above the roof and stuff. All of that I love.
No, I'd say that is mostly. And that's because, and I'm gonna sound like but it's because houses used to be built from what you could find nearby. And the type of things that needed it nearby. It used to be built, if you're in Wales, it would be built with slate. If you're here, it'd be built with limestone. If you're in Scotland, it'd be built with slate or I can't remember what. But it's built with what you have near you, and it creates a character because everything's different.
Yes.
As opposed to being
absolutely.
What's the word? Can like conform to what everything is, which is what we have now.
The world is being destroyed by uniformity.
Yeah. It's like down near where I live, there's this new housing estate that's been built. But every house is identical. Like there's no character in each house. They're all the same layout, the same design on the outside. Obviously the inside's each to their own. Everyone's slightly different. They're all going to customize it differently on the inside. But the actual design is all the same because a big developer's gone along, designed one house and gone to the architect or the builder, like the designer, just copy this house over like 50 times. And then they have. But it adds no actual character. Like I know designing all slightly different houses costs so much more money, but it makes it look so much nicer if each one's slightly different or got a slightly different colour. It's like when you go down to the coast. I hate the coast, I'm going to be honest. I think the buildings are all really manky. But the one thing I like about the buildings down there is they're all different colours. They're all unique in their own way. Yeah. You don't find one house that's next to each other which are the same. They're all... It might be different up north, but down south, like they're all pink or blue or purple or whatever. And I love how it's just all different colours.
We write scary stories about uniformity of our films. The one that sprung to mind would be Vivarium, actually.
I'm trying to think of like
you're
a
in
novel. But go on, sorry.
It's Is it a novel?
I don't know.
But film. But you have these houses where they go on forever and ever, and they're all exactly the same, and they're all slightly fake. Not to the point where you can't live in them, but they're all they don't. Not everything has use. It should. And there's a horror story about that. So I don't know why we're trying to emulate that in real life.
Yeah. Well, it's just a common dystopian trope of uniformity, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if I do get into like architecture and that sort of thing, I don't think I'll be very good.
You should. To be honest,
I'm just shit at drawing, so I think I'd be a terrible architect. Like, I was one of the only students. No, that's what my mum's boyfriend does. He's a senior partner for a CAD, a Revit company. So they basically design buildings on a computer, and they design all the plumbing and stuff, and all the electrics as well. And they just make a 3D model of what the house would be before it's like fully finalized. So, but if I did get into something like that, if my drawing skills did improve, I'd like, if I was gonna become a house designer, which I probably would want to do something like that, or big buildings. I quite like when you see like a nice sports hall, but that's been thought out, not just a corrugated metal slab, like one with nice wall features and that's how you'd want it. You wouldn't want them all copy and pasted. I hate it when you go down a road and every house is the same and it just looks disgusting.
Yeah,
and also
like
just
my
red
area,
brick.
to be
I
honest,
hate just plain red brick. You need something to break it up. It needs to have a design in the brick.
That's better, but there are things worse than red brick.
Oh yeah, obviously there's things worse, like cinder blocks. That's way worse. Like there's cinder block homes are horrible, but I do just think red brick is manky, especially new red brick. Imperialist red brick's nice.
Interesting. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. No, the world becomes a world by having like difference,
Yeah. It's like different cultures and stuff. That's what makes travelling fun.
Yeah.
If we're all identical.
Yeah, Morrissey, the lead singer of the Smiths, made this point, and it brings a beautiful point though, is that the world is great because we are all different, and we shouldn't relent on that. We should try and keep our own character to each area, whether it be a smaller region in a country or whatever. These areas should have some cultural continuity where someone 200 years ago could recognize it and be like, so this is why they
it's like my town is completely different to where your town's from because they're both
they're different geographically. Different histories, cultures, well, slightly different cultures and everything, and but there's enough continuity across the nation for us to be like, we're the same nation, but
you're in England, but there's some difference.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
It's
which is really good.
It's like, what part of England are we in? The only thing you'd be able to go off is accents, but even they're fading out.
Yeah, that's
I've noticed with you, especially HippieBoi, your accent's faded so much more since when I first met you.
Really?
You're sounding just way more generic English than ever.
No.
Ollie's still got that.
Well, there's a funny thing. I don't know if Ollie's going to say it, but go on.
Go on. Okay. Go on.
And what I was going to say is that when me and Ollie, so about probably a year ago, it doesn't really matter when, but me and Ollie watched an old.
I was here with this. But we watched an old Minecraft let's play. And you were really northern,
and I had a big northern accent, and Ollie was the one who didn't. He was like, I don't know, sounds like an accusation, but he was concealing his accent a bit. But now, Ollie brings his accent out quite a bit, And mine has just naturally faded, to be honest. And I kind of blame that on the fact which I interacted in lockdown with a lot of people who weren't northern, and also and Americans as well. So I had to turn my accent.
It's like I can notice with you with certain words. Sometimes you'll hear your accent pop out a bit.
I like going bath because I'm proud of that. I'm proud of going bath. Not bath.
But other than that, I can't really tell. Like I wouldn't be able to tell that you're from the north, really.
With the accent, I used to really like make an effort to like speak proper, like a proper like RP, to be honest with you, because I thought it sounded cool, and it does sound really cool. But then I said this before, but then I thought, you know what? No, like the Yorkshire accent is not doing too well. It's a good accent. It's very working class. It's very it's got a lot of history. Used to be some language, so
proud of your roots,
Yeah. So I tried to.
Yeah. So with me, I don't really need to change my accent because I'm near London, so it's sort of like what's seen as their standard English accent. But even then, I don't think I've got a very well. Obviously, I don't think I've got an accent, but that's because I can't hear my accent. But like, I don't know. I can sound really southern to you guys. I've never really are, but
I'd assume you're from the south. I'd assume you are.
I met a guy from Kent, and he sounded exactly like you. So I was like, "Are you from Kent?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I knew a guy."
So you do have an accent, and basically,
I do have the Kent. But the thing is, I come from like. It depends where you're from in Kent, though, because I'm from like the upper echelons of like wealth in Kent. Like,
Yeah,
you sure all money.
Old sport.
I'm not.
Tom Buchanan.
I'm not rich, but I live in a wealthy town. So,
Yeah.
Not giving my town away at all, but I live in a nice town. It's an expensive place. Like a bungalow in my town costs $3,000 a month to rent. 2-bedroom bungalow, $3,000. It's ridiculous, and the house prices are ridiculous as well. I'm never living here. I would never be able to afford it. I'm moving out of this place as soon as I get the chance. But I think that's why I've got like quite a traditional southern accent.
Yeah.
Because I'm not from Hackney, even though I don't think that's in the south.
I think they speak Malay now, so.
I'm not from Chatham. That's what I mean.
Chatham. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. Funny. Yeah.
It really grinds my gears. No, when someone like I live in Sheffield now. Someone like from around here has like an MLE accent that really does charm it. It's very jarring to hear that.
Has a what accent?
It's not good. Like a multicultural English, London English accent.
It's a terrible accent, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. But also, you're from Sheffield. Why do you sound like that?
No, it really bugs me, particularly when it's like a white person. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah.
But a bit of how would you do it? Like, a bit of.
He's trying to not get cancelled on Twitter, right?
Well, I don't really care.
Why would Twitter cancel him? Twitter would be like, yeah, this is our guy.
Yeah.
Twitter loves him.
But no, I can't lie, man. I can't. I don't know. I seriously, I kind of recoil doing it.
I know one kid exactly like this, but he's also from Liverpool, so like it's like a weird multicultural London accent, but then Liverpool. It's an awful mix, and he's also Indian. These 3 accents, and it's like, hello, man. It's like,
it's like that one Family Guy meme with Noah, and he's like, "What have you given me?" Am I gonna have to send that?
Jamie's gonna have to put that in the podcast. Put it in selfies, hippie.
I'm gonna put it in politics.
Okay, don't put it in selfies.
But no, it's not the fact that I don't like that accent. It's just it's not at all from around here. I don't like it.
It's not organic, is it? Really?
No, it's not.
I like the Somalian accent, guys. I think we should get more of
it. Played a fiddle in an Irish band.
Right, Jamie, put that video in, please, Jamie, put that video in.
Jeez, you're asking him a lot, you know. Jeez.
Can Jamie?
I'm sorry. Okay, fine.
Mid conversation, then.
But
Fine.
Can Jamie put the photo and selfies in as well?
I like you two laugh at two different reasons. Laughing at the meme I sent, and Ollie's laughing at like something I was referencing.
Yeah.
Oh well, I like the meme you sent in of the weird amount.
I have seen that. I did look, but.
She played a fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Kissed her on the neck and then I took her by the hand. Said, baby, I just wanna dance, my pretty little Galway girl.
I personally think my drawing was amazing, mate.
Yes. It's an accent. The accent is just a symptom of a problem, but it's quite apparent, I would say.
It's just grim. It's just a grim.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound nice, you know. And you know what's funny is that many people who speak like that are relatively educated, and that would be used against my criticism of saying like it doesn't really sound very intellectual. I know I sound quite pompous there, but I don't really care. It lowers standards. It comes from it comes from, you know, an amalgamation of Jamaica and, you know, Caribbean accents, and it's like fine. I like the Jamaican accent, but it doesn't really need to mix in with London. You know,
Cockney accent.
You know, we've seen the result, and I don't like it.
I hate the Cockney accent. I hate sort of like gypsy accents. You know, like that. All right, you know, I hate it. I despise it with a passion. I hate Cockney.
I since as they don't really exist anymore, I don't have a problem with them. But they're it's all right.
I hope they, you know, have a renaissance.
Really exist
the
anymore?
Cockney accent. It's
I
funny.
just
I think it was you who said this to me, Peds. But it was EastEnders. EastEnders is basically like a fiction. Well, it obviously always was a fiction, but like there's no EastEnders anymore. You know, it's
no, not like that. There isn't.
You know, because of demographic.
Because I am your mom.
Yeah.
That reference, you know.
It's like a time capsule, EastEnders, and it really tried to not be because they, Jesus, you know, I was with my grandparents, and I was watching, I think it was either EastEnders or Coronation Street, one of those two, and it was really bad, you know.
Was it white?
It was.
Well, I know someone that.
No. It was very. How do I say this? Call it Equality Street because it was very. Yeah.
Oh,
there's a
it's
joke.
like.
It's very.
Is it like Sesame Street? How they've like just made it.
It's and I hate using this term. I really do not like using this term, but it's just very woke.
I do recoil a bit when I say woke, but sometimes there's no better word.
There isn't, but that's the way I describe it. They tried to shoehorn in very, very, you know, I somewhat welcome the some progressive ideas, but
it just can't do.
It's like how Sesame Street's got a gay dads in now.
I have no problem with that, but there needs to be some sense of normality.
There's some ulterior motive in that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there is no normality in Sesame Street.
Yeah, to be fair, there is like a big twat bird going around.
Yeah. No, I was talking about EastEnders.
Did you know why?
Doing watching children's TV.
No, do you know why it was made? Do you know why Sesame Street was made?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It was made to bridge the gap between young black children and white children's education.
That's alright.
Interesting.
Because in America, obviously, like white families were more wealthy, so their kids were going to nurseries and learning how to read and write earlier, learning their ABCs earlier than black children. But most families had a TV, so they made Sesame Street free to watch. So it would teach like the black children ABCs as well. So then there would be like a less of a competitive gap between the two races.
That's a very good thing.
It's noble. I saw a thread about this. Every country has a different
Like iteration.
big bird. Yeah. Every country has a different.
What was
bird.
ours? We had the big brown bear, didn't we?
I've never watched Sesame Street. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Have you? What about the big brown bear?
I only know
that
Big
as well.
Bird, man. I only know Big Bird.
Oh,
I don't remember watching it. At least if I did watch it.
TV.
You see, when I type in big brown bear, I just get really big brown bears. So
Bear in the big blue house. That's it.
You know, bears, they do kind of terrify me. You know, they are.
we killed all our bears, so I don't care about
They are
them
pretty
anymore.
scary motherfuckers. Bears. I really sound like Joe Rogan. That I listen to myself back. And I sound like Joe Rogan.
Have you ever heard them?
Do you reckon they're asleep yet?
I can't do it.
Most normal encounter in our
Ollie,
podcast.
do we reckon they're asleep yet?
What?
Bears.
Do we reckon they're asleep?
Hopefully.
Put a thumbs up if you're in the comments if you're awake at this point.
Yeah, on the live.
But speaking about bears, I kind of wanted to just like mention this to you guys, just because it's an interesting case. You probably don't know it. I didn't know it until like 2 weeks ago, and I was kind of obsessed with it for a couple of days. But do you know of a certain Timothy Treadwell? Do you know that?
Nope.
Do you not know this guy? Anyway, so he's this guy, very obsessed with bears, right? And American, went up to Alaska every summer, and got up really close, camped with the bears. He lived amongst the bears, and he filmed it all. We got amazing footage, amazing footage. And he spent 15 summers up Alaska, right? You know, every summer he'd camp out there, and they ate him alive. And there is the audio. There is an audio because he brought his bird up there as well, and she recorded it on a camera thing, and she also got eaten alive, and they got it's pretty disturbing. There's a really good documentary on it called The Grizzly Man. I recommend it.
What's his name?
Timothy Treadwell. It was really fascinating. You should watch the documentary. It's like 1 hour and a half, something like that. I don't know.
Got eaten.
He got eaten alive by a bear, by bears.
Right.
Oh yeah, the audio tape.
Yeah, I won't watch that now. But seriously, it's disturbing. That audio tape, like you're hearing a guy, you don't see it, but you're hearing a guy get eaten alive by a bear. A bear. That's probably the worst way to go.
Yeah, no, they just rip your
on
face
land,
off, don't they?
On land, yeah. But no, I think like there's faint audio where he says he's biting my head or something like that. Like they just go and fuck, and they ate his woman as well. They ate his girlfriend. But he's quite a mentally unstable guy. There's a theory which I kind of support, which he kind of went up there first because he wanted to commit suicide, but then he found almost like a kind of religion in a way with the bears. Like they fulfilled, because he was an alcoholic before, and they kind of filled his alcohol addiction, where he was addicted to bears, and he felt like he wanted to be a bear.
Interesting. I can hear it on his mic.
I don't know if that was the real one, to be honest. But yeah, it's really horrifying. Like it kind of jarred me. I don't want to like hype myself up, but I really, it takes a lot for that because I attribute that to me seeing things I shouldn't have at an early age, not because I'm hardwired from birth. Like I think I just saw pretty disturbing things when I was like 9 or 10, like on like YouTube, and I didn't really understand it, so it doesn't, you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at. We've had this conversation, but yeah. And no, it's a really, really interesting case and a good documentary. That guy got some good things on camera. Like he was right up close to the bears, really close. Yeah.
I mean, they
But they murked him but he probably could have lived longer. But he stayed out until October, right? and that's before hibernation. There's not much salmon. It's dark. They're not, and they need a big snack before they hibernate. And guess what? He was the easiest one. They thought because he'd been living amongst them, and they just figured out, well, it's hibernation time. Why are you still here? We're gonna eat you.
Well, I mean, aren't you supposed to have a gun on you in this situation?
No, he didn't. He was very adamant that he would not bring a gun. Very adamant that he would, because again, he wanted to be a bear. And he'd said before that he's probably going to die being eaten by a bear. But I bet when he was getting dragged, you hear him get dragged away, by the way, which I think is another terrifying thing. You hear him getting dragged, you hear his voice fade, and the rain splattering down. It's an ugly death. And I'm like, he couldn't have been that steadfast in his beliefs. He was dying, you know.
Yeah, I have a little sympathy for this. I have less sympathy than I did now for this man.
Yeah, no, a lot of people really hate him for that. But I don't know. I don't know. He seemed just kind of like I empathise with him. I watched the documentary and like a lot of people hate him, but he just seemed like kind of like Michael Jackson symptom. Like he's just kind of like a bit of a man child. I don't think he had a specifically like traumatic childhood or anything. I just think. I think he was just quite like a. I think he just had a bad life.
Was he in the Jackson 5?
He wasn't in the Jackson 5. He had a distinct look about him. But I don't know. Seriously, I think you guys would find the documentary interesting. Just the case in general. There's plenty of YouTube videos on it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to mention him at some point. But yeah,
fair enough.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Also, Now, also mentioning the footage as well. I think you watched it. Maybe it was the wrong one, but like the bears, there's like this common like myth that they're gonna like brrr when they eat you, but no, they're like, it was kind of the only time you could really hear the bear was when it was like grunting when you go. That's all you could hear.
Yeah, when it was eating.
Yeah. Like you think it would be like brrr, but no, it's silently whilst he's screaming. By the way. Fucking there's something like, I don't think that's the real one, by the way.
No, it's a parody of when a man who lived.
But yeah, no, it's really, I can't recommend it enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I probably won't keep looking for it.
As in you don't actually see it in the documentary, but it's like a good narrative in the documentary. Like at least watch some YouTube videos of it. I think here's the audio.
Have you found it?
Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
I'm gonna put it.
It's not very political, is it?
I'm just gonna put it in politics anyway. Do you want me to share it? Wait, don't.
I'm listening. Go away.
Is that it? Wait, I didn't actually press it.
Looking for ways.
This isn't it. I heard it clearer than that.
That's the cleaned audio.
It's not. I heard it before.
Why have I just got a video how to make pickled Pepsi at home for free?
I think this is it. This'll be it. LP.
Oh, thank you.
Can I just share it? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, just share.
I'm going to put the link in though. So don't press it.
No, I won't.
It's terrifying, man.
Is it?
In my opinion.
Like we said earlier, though, we've had too much access to the internet to be
again. I probably should have been more terrified of it.
Yeah, we're desensitized to this stuff. I'll still be shocked, but it won't be nearly as bad.
Okay.
This is it.
Yeah.
That's his girlfriend.
Oh my
It's
there.
faster if you use anymore.
She's like smashing the bear with like a frying pan, trying to stop it, and actually went off.
Huh.
Quite bad.
That's, there's one scary ass death.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're not gonna.
I mean, that's how most people died back in the day, you know.
Yeah, no, really though, it was.
I do think about this, like how our family, like my ancestors, and
Very
stuff, how
lucky.
they would have lived.
Very lucky people, aren't we? You know.
I know.
Maybe
I think about this constantly. How lucky we actually are.
That isn't very good, guys.
Yeah, no. We should
like,
embrace the technology we have.
A lot of our deaths now are painless. You know.
Yeah, no. Well,
of them.
most of them, when you kind of think.
Like even if you've had a heart attack, they can still make the death painless. If they know you're going to die, they'll just put some painkillers in you, and then it's a lot less painful. So it's a lot of deaths are just painless. So it's like we sort of got it easy.
But
But
yeah,
no, Ollie's right. Much of the deaths we were getting mauled by mammals back in the day, or trampled on by a mammoth or something like.
Or it'd have like, or you'd get an infection and you'd be in pain for like weeks.
people kind of get angry. You know, like, oh, why did we kill the mammoths? Why did we kill the bears in England? I don't. Yeah, because it's a bear. Smart.
It's a murder machine. Well, not a machine, but a murder mammal. You know, like when I was actually like looking into this Timothy Treadwell, like there was a good comment which epitomised the bear. It was like, they are the land shark. You know, they are the sharks of the land, and he did well to live 15. He could have done more if he didn't stay out till hibernation time. But that's a murder machine, right there.
Did they just not care about him in like the summer?
There are cases, right? There was you'd be able to find it within like seconds of like searching him up, but like there was a bear quite clearly stalking him right in front of him, and he's talking down to it like a child, and he stays his ground. Part of the reason why he lived so long is because he stood his ground, and the bears respect that. They don't respect it if you run away, because you know you're exposing yourself as prey. But you know, so he was naturally kind of brave in front of them, and it kind of put them off. But there was one clearly like stalking him, and if he did the wrong move, the bear would have clearly went for him. But there was something wrong there.
It's like I just don't think you should mess with the wild animals.
No. Again, no. That's another reason. I mean, he tempted Providence. You know, he went into a situation where certain
I
death
think you should only start tampering with wildlife is if they're like you're either putting them out their misery or you're giving them a leg up to live a bit longer.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like say there's one that's like got a plastic, like it's like, you know, in the ocean, like plastic bags and stuff, and you cut them off turtles. That's the only time you should ever be touching the ocean. I think.
Also, the bear that killed him and his girlfriend got killed as well. So his kind of cause, because he also had the kind of delusion that he was saving the bears from poachers, even though that it was a national park. They don't have poachers in national parks, and so he did. So he was trying to save the bears or something, which wasn't a real issue, and he ended up getting it killed by putting himself in danger. They shot the bear.
So they had to kill it because it killed a human.
And they found the bones.
Like
they found his bones in the inside the bear and things.
Great.
And
it's a bit like Harambe, but Harambe was peaceful.
Was he?
I'm just trying to help.
To an extent. I mean, he was probably peaceful when there wasn't a kid
he was
in there.
just trying to help the kid.
He was dragging him around. I mean, I think he was probably just trying to help the child, but in his own way. You know, the highway to hell is paved with good intentions. You know, I'm not judging the gorilla on a human scale right there, but I'm just saying like, gorilla nice isn't human nice. You know, that it could, you know, that the kid.
Yeah.
I'd probably cut that audio from the podcast, by the way.
Something like that. No,
or you'll get age restricted.
Something like that. That video actually wasn't age restricted, but you know.
No, but it's got hardly any views.
It's got.
Oh, you think this podcast will be a fucking success?
Yeah, we're getting off to.
This depends on our
that video barely had any views up. He had 5.1 million views.
Oh shit! Okay.
What do you?
It just looked low quality.
Unless you're like a massive YouTuber, and that's like chump change for you.
Yeah, no, that is chump change, man. I'm getting like 20 million views a video. I do this as charity work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been very, very clumsy today. I've cut myself on my when I just hit my head. I've been very clumsy today.
How tall are you?
I am 173 centimeters.
God, I don't know that. I only work in freedom units.
I only do like feet.
Actually, British units as well. 5.6.
I'm just short though.
5'6", 7.
5'6".
5'6", 7.
Fair enough.
I'm a very short man, actually.
I'm shorter than you.
You are like. Yeah.
No, but I'm done growing. My growth plates are shut in my knees, so my legs won't grow anymore.
Well, no, my father's
stuck
very
at my
short.
height. Yeah, I know I am, Ollie.
He said his father's short.
Not my father.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I'm actually like a 50-year-old male.
You're the person on the internet. Mother told me to.
I've just no. I'm your father, Ollie. I've just been on this group just to bond with you.
Are you a time traveller or something? Are you the doctor?
No.
How did you conceive?
No, I just want to bond with him. I'm a 50-year-old male. This is just a voice changer.
80 miles an hour.
What?
Yeah.
What's going at 18 miles an hour?
No, 88.
What is?
The DeLorean.
DeLorean?
Back to the Future.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, I know what the DeLorean is. Jesus, who do you think I am?
Well,
you think
your father
yesterday?
Yeah. Well, Back to the Future, maybe. Yeah. Well, I don't know how that works.
Born Tomorrow. You know, one of my favourite gags in the Hot Fuzz movie is when he arrests all those shitheels in the pub and he checks into the police station and he goes, the guy goes, when did you start? Tomorrow.
Nobody tells me nothing.
My dad really likes that line as well. Nobody tells me nothing, right here.
That police station was so weird. Why did they have those like two detectives that didn't like what were they?
They were just you know, one of my favourite clips of that movie. So, protagonist is sitting on a bench at some fair, and the detectives go behind him and go shark, and to scare him.
The thing is, they are shit detectives.
Yeah,
loads of people have been going missing in the town. No, but loads of people going missing, and they're not even looking into it. It's like when your population's decreased by about 90%.
It was accidents.
Yeah, like I think my favourite guy though is the farmer.
The farmer.
He said a head's a hedge.
I like. Who do I like in that movie? I like the detectives. They're a good laugh. I like. I like the big guy, Nick Frost. He's pretty good in that movie.
Yeah.
Because he arrests Nick Frost. Simon Pegg arrests Nick Frost because he's drink driving, and he checks on his cell the next day. He's like, "Where did he go?" and Nick Frost comes by and he's like, "Gee, where did he go?" I remember I was like 7 or 8 when I first saw that, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever because it was a pretty funny thing.
It's quite. It's one of the funny British.
Hot Fuzz the first one I watched.
Sean. Oh wait, have you on it?
Have you watched the full trilogy?
Yeah,
I have.
Even
the one where they're doing the pub.
The pub one's good, but it doesn't hold a candle to the others, in my opinion.
No.
Shaun, I like Shaun of the Dead. It's a good one.
Shaun, I actually really like Hot Fuzz most.
I like Hot Fuzz the most.
Hot Fuzz
as well.
is the best.
Shaun
of the Dead's good,
Hot
but Hot the Fuzz.
Hot the Fuzz. I don't know. But I don't know everything about it. You got that dark of the what is it? God, you played James Bond.
This podcast is really degraded. I
know, but we're having a good chat. No, God, the supermarket guy played James Bond, and he's just like the most suspicious guy ever. He comes in on every crime scene. It's obviously he's one of the killers. He's like the most obvious killer ever, and he knows it. And,
You just can't prove it.
Why would they? I know the main trope is that he's outshining the people in London, and there's a lot of crime in London. It's true today, but surely, why would you get the guy that's the best?
Yeah, I know he's outshining everyone, but God, it's fucking London,
Maybe we need him. We need him back.
Well, they did actually try and get him back. They did actually try and get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of the top guy for some petty reason.
Is that why London's seen as like a really...
because they got rid of Nicholas Angel.
I can't remember his name. It's Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. The blonde fella
with his bonsai tree.
The blonde bomber.
Yeah, and his hurty hand because he got stabbed.
By Santa Claus. He got stabbed.
We should get for our Christmas episode. I think we should hire a Santa Claus or Fiverr to interview.
God, I bet he's interested. Yeah, what do you do? I pretend to be Santa Claus.
No, we interview.
Why don't we get actual Santa?
We interview him. We interview him as if he's Santa.
Ah, that'll be interesting.
The thing is, we don't have to cut this because no one's going to make it to this part of the video, so we don't have to cut our future plans.
One point with that though, right, is how we. I don't know. I know it's on Fiverr. Right, but I don't know how much you'd have to pay a Santa impersonator
to do a podcast where he pretends to. Maybe get one of those game
an hour. It can be like a 20. It can be like a 20-minute segment.
Yeah. Also, right. How do we know it's Santa? It could just be a random Don, or just a random old bloke, We don't have cameras on this podcast.
We'll get cameras on for the Christmas episode. Wear a Christmas hat.
Well, we don't have faces. We are just disembodied voices. We don't have faces.
We can even get Jamie up in here if needs be. Can we interview Louis McGooey?
He's on quite a busy schedule. He's touring around the world.
Wait, would you be there as well when we're interviewing Louis McGooey?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'd have to record it with breaks in between. Like we ask the question and we just leave like a 30-second.
Wait, why would we need to do that though?
Oh yeah, no. Why?
He's a real guy. Yeah. He's an actual person,
Do you know? It genuinely confused me for so long who Louis McGooey was, because I was adamant that it was HippieBoi. But you guys made me think it wasn't. You gaslit me. It is.
I remember it took like years. Actually, I think you were also kept out the loop for like Big Al to know that Taj Hadid isn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't told who Taj Hadid was for ages, and then I worked it out that whenever Taj Hadid joined, Hippie would go quiet. So I was like, "What's this correlation over it?"
I love
Just
keeping
a
people in
random
the
guy.
dark. It's quite funny.
You had like a pinboard with a picture of
With all the connections to
Taj
HippieBoi and Taj
yeah,
Hadid.
yeah, and then like a big circle around HippieBoi. Like,
HippieBoi,
It's
is
gotta
this
be
a
him.
character you're playing? Is there actually someone else?
Yeah, HippieBoi's a
Yeah.
character.
What about what's his name? Carl. You know,
Carl,
after the
what?
Indian,
Carl, fucking, oh my god,
After the
Carl
Indian
Jenkins,
Civil War.
man, he was in the Indian
Carl
Civil War.
Jenkins. What happened to Carl Jenkins?
He's retired in Alaska right now, actually.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah, but no,
I don't know what happened to him after the Indian Civil War.
it would be funny if
talking-
HippieBoi isn't actually me.
talking
It's actually
of-
Taj
no.
Hadid is the real me.
Talking of cold places, Denmark, Dingle. That's who we should get on the podcast.
Ooh.
Well, we had him on, but he'd be up for it. He's like a, you know what he's like? He's
He
like a
said- he
Labrador. He's
said-
up for anything.
Yeah, he did say he'd be up for it again. He
We
was
should,
one
we
of the
should at
funniest.
least give him
people.
the
Give him
credit
some-
of going to his
comedy
what's it
club.
called, improv.
Yeah, we'll do a deal with him.
And
we'll
one
go
episode
to-
of improv for one podcast. Yeah,
That,
that's
to be honest, I had a lot of fun when we did this improv.
Oh, I had so much
Yeah.
fun because at the beginning I was sort of a little shy,
Yeah.
so I didn't really want to do much.
So-
But
to
then when
be-
I got into it, it was-
Well, when I
Good.
know I'm with people I know I don't really give a fuck. But if it was just me, it'd be quite like a mouse.
oh yeah, no, yeah,
yeah.
I'd hate that.
But yeah,
But
But that's why I sort of got in.
yeah.
When yeah, we should get Dingle back up in here though.
Oh, well,
Dingle is Santa. Get his
I'd
camera on.
consider you the inside man with Dingle. You know, you're.
I know. I do talk to him more than you guys.
Oh,
When was the last time I
that's-
messaged? No, I don't
that's
talk
fancy.
to him a lot, but I do. Last time I messaged him was in June last year.
Oh, I talk to him all the time, do you?
No,
This is
I just mean
completely-
I
Sorry,
talk to
I-
him more, like he said
Daily.
listening. He listened to our podcast.
Oh,
Did he?
Yeah, listening to it now. If you ever need me on again, I'll try to be less combative, and or bombastic for no reason. Haha.
I like the
Also, get some
bombacity.
friends who are using a DC bot for recording, as it might. Also, get some friends who are using a DC bot for recording, as it might help with the audio clarity.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Can't believe he's not that. Completely unrelated. Does anyone remember those videos on the? There's like Indians, and they would like dig a hole in the ground, and it'd be like a.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
really
they
nice
were all
house.
fake.
Yeah, they're all fake.
Should I start
I
networking with
put my
Dingo?
hammer on, I'll show you how strong I am. That is a banger,
gonna
by the way,
network.
that Indian version of that song.
They have that and the Indian panini and obviously sketches.
Hey, Panini, don't you be a meanie. Yeah, those were actual bangers.
I'm gonna do some networking with Dingo.
Alright,
And sketches, of course.
yeah. I think that's its own thing, though, sketches. It's its own.
Yeah, no.
its own
Yeah.
song. Well,
When should I book him in?
Saturday?
Are we just doing our medial tasks on a podcast now?
Yeah, okay,
I think this
Saturday.
podcast has just turned into an arrangement session, so I say
Yeah.
we hang the podcast.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Ladies and
well,
gentlemen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
no
ladies and gentlemen, we might have a special guest next week. He's been here once.
Dingle.
He's gonna be here twice. We'll probably have him a third time. It's Dingle. I love the guy. He's my favourite character
He's
we
my
have.
man.
He's actually like the top man. I love him. He's like Danish Jay Schlatt.
Fucking homosexual over here.
Oh mate, I'm gonna glaze him to the day I die. Dingle's
Oh,
brilliant.
Alright, well, you touch base with Dingle and everything.
yeah, I will. Right.
And yeah, see you everyone in the next episode.
I hope you slept through this podcast.
I hope you had a good sleep, and
Yeah.
we'll see you if you tune into the next episode. Goodbye.